Hello everyone, and welcome to VoxPapyrus, the best place to improve your listening skills. Today, we have a new story for A1 and A2 levels. Sit back, relax, and let's learn together. Fishing at the lake. Chapter 1, The Plan. It is a beautiful Saturday morning in July. The sun is bright. The sky is clear blue. There are no clouds at all. It is warm, but not too hot. A gentle breeze blows through the oak trees on my street. It is a perfect summer day. My phone rings. I look at the screen. It is Tom, my friend from work. Hey, Alex. What are you doing today? Tom asks. Nothing special. I do not have any plans yet. Why? Do you want to go fishing? I know a beautiful lake about 40 minutes from Greenfield. It is called Silver Lake. My uncle takes me there when I am a child. The fish are big, the water is clear, and the scenery is amazing. I think about it for a moment. I never go fishing before. I do not know how to fish. But it sounds like a fun adventure. And the weather is perfect for spending a day outside near the water. I never fished before, I say. I do not know how. That is no problem. I teach you. It is easy. And even if you do not catch any fish, it is a beautiful place to spend the day. We can bring a picnic and just enjoy nature. Okay, let us do it. I say. I feel excited. A new experience. Great. I pick you up at 8:30. Bring comfortable clothes, sunscreen, a hat, sunglasses, and some food for a picnic. I have 2 fishing rods, so you do not need to buy one. Perfect. See you at 8:30. I hang up the phone and start getting ready. Chapter 2, Getting Ready. I go to the bedroom and put on clothes for the lake. I choose a light gray t-shirt, comfortable shorts, and my old sneakers. The sneakers are not new or clean, but that is okay. Fishing is not a fashion show. I put on sunscreen on my face, arms, and legs. The sun is strong today, and I do not want to get sunburned. I put on a baseball cap. The cap is dark blue. It protects my face from the sun. I grab my sunglasses. I go to the kitchen and prepare a picnic. I make 4 sandwiches. 2 with ham and cheese, and 2 with tomato and lettuce. I put the sandwiches in plastic bags. I take a bag of chips, 2 apples, 4 cookies, and a big bottle of water. I also take a thermos of coffee. Even in summer, I love my coffee. I put everything in a small backpack. The backpack is light but full. I also put a towel inside, just in case. I take my phone charger and a small portable battery. I want to take photos of the lake. At 8:25, I hear a car horn outside. I look through the window. Tom is in his car, a small blue car. He waves at me. I grab my backpack, lock the apartment, and go downstairs. Good morning, Tom says. He wears a green t-shirt, shorts, and a white straw hat. He looks ready for adventure. Good morning. Let me put my bag in the back. I open the back door and put my backpack next to Tom's things. Tom has a lot of equipment. I see 2 fishing rods in long cases, a tackle box, a folding chair, a cooler box, a blanket, and a bucket. That is a lot of equipment, I say. You need to be prepared for fishing, Tom says. Get in. Let us go. I sit in the front seat. Tom starts the car. We drive out of Greenfield and onto a small country road. The road goes through fields and forests. The landscape is beautiful. Green fields stretch to the horizon. Yellow wildflowers grow along the sides of the road. Cows stand in a field, eating grass calmly. Birds fly in the blue sky. The air through the open windows smells like grass in summer. This is beautiful, I say. Wait until you see the lake, Tom says. It is even more beautiful. Chapter 3, Arriving at Silver Lake. After 40 minutes of driving, we turn onto a dirt road. The road goes through a thick forest. The trees are tall and close together. Their branches meet above the road and create a green tunnel. The sunlight comes through the leaves in spots and stripes. It is like driving through a painting. The dirt road ends at a small parking area. There are only 2 other cars. Good. The lake is not crowded. We get out of the car. I take a deep breath. The air here is different from the city. It is fresh, clean, and full of scents. I smell pine trees. I smell wet earth. I smell something sweet, maybe wildflowers. I also smell the water. The lake has its own smell, cool, clean, and slightly earthy. We carry everything from the car. I carry my backpack and the blanket. Tom carries the fishing rods, the tackle box, the cooler, the bucket, and his folding chair. He walks ahead of me on a narrow path through the trees. After a 2-minute walk, the forest opens up. And there it is. Silver Lake. I stop and stare. The lake is stunning. It is a large lake surrounded by green hills and tall pine trees. The water is a deep blue color, so clear that I can see the rocky bottom near the shore. The surface of the lake is calm and smooth, like a mirror. The hills and trees are reflected perfectly in the water. The sky, the clouds, the green hills, everything is doubled in the reflection. Wow, I say. It is all I can say. I tell you, Tom says with a proud smile. Beautiful, is it not? It is incredible. I never see a lake this beautiful. We walk along the shore to find a good spot. The shore is a mix of small rocks, sand, and grass. Tom knows exactly where to go. He leads me to a spot on the north side of the lake, where the ground is flat and there is shade from a big willow tree. The willow tree has long, thin branches that hang down like green curtains. Some branches almost touch the water. "This is my spot," Tom says. "My uncle and I always fish here. The fish like this area because the water is deeper here and the tree gives shade. We set up our camp." Tom opens his folding chair and puts it near the water's edge. I spread the blanket on the grass under the willow tree. We put the cooler and the backpack on the blanket. Tom opens the tackle box. Chapter 4, Learning to Fish. The tackle box is a big plastic box with many small compartments. Inside, I see hooks, weights, fishing line, colorful lures, bobbers, and many other small things I do not know the names of. Fishing has a lot of equipment. "Okay," Tom says. "Let me teach you how to fish. It is not difficult. But you need to be patient." He takes one of the fishing rods from its case. The rod is long, about 2 meters. It is made of a flexible material that bends easily. At the bottom, there is a handle and a reel. The reel is a small round device that holds the fishing line. There is a crank on the side to wind the line in. "This is the rod," Tom says, holding it up. "And this is the reel. The reel holds the line. The line is very thin and strong. At the end of the line, we attach a hook. The hook catches the fish." He shows me how to attach a hook to the end of the line. The hook is small and sharp. He is careful not to touch the sharp point. "Now, we need bait," he says. He opens a small container. Inside, there are worms. Real, live worms. They are brown and wiggly. "Worms?" I say. I make a face. "We use worms?" Tom laughs. "Worms are the best bait. Fish love worms. You put the worm on the hook, and the fish comes to eat it." He shows me how to put a worm on the hook. It is not pleasant, but it is part of fishing. I try not to think about it too much. "Okay, now you are ready," Tom says. Stand near the water. Hold the rod with both hands. Pull it back behind your shoulder. And then, in one smooth motion, throw it forward and let go of the button on the reel. The line will fly out and the hook will land in the water. I do what Tom says. I pull the rod back. I throw it forward. I release the button. The line flies through the air and lands about 3 meters from the shore. Tom tries not to laugh. Not bad for a first try. But we need to get the hook farther out. The big fish are in the deeper water. Try again. I pull the line back in using the crank on the reel. I try again. This time, I use more force. The line flies farther. It lands about 10 meters from the shore. Much better. Good. Tom says. Now, we wait. That is it? We just wait? That is fishing, Tom says with a smile. We wait for the fish to come to us. It can take minutes. It can take hours. That is why you need patience. Chapter 5, Waiting by the Water. Tom casts his line too. He is much better at it. His line flies far out into the lake and lands with a small splash. He sits in his folding chair, holds his rod, and leans back. I sit on the edge of the blanket, holding my rod. My line is in the water. The small red bobber floats on the surface. Tom explains that when the bobber goes under the water, it means a fish is pulling the hook. That is when I need to pull the rod and reel in the line. So I watch the bobber. It floats calmly on the water. It does not move. I watch it for 5 minutes. Nothing happens. I watch it for 10 minutes. Still nothing. The bobber just sits there, floating gently. But the waiting is not boring. Not at all. Because while I wait, I look around. And the world around me is beautiful. The lake is calm and still. The water sparkles in the sunlight. Thousands of tiny lights dance on the surface. It is like the lake is covered in diamonds. The reflections of the trees and hills are perfect. If I turn my head upside down, I cannot tell which is the real landscape and which is the reflection. I hear birds everywhere. Not just one or two birds, but many birds singing different songs. Some songs are short and high, tweet tweet tweet. Some are long and low, coo coo. I see a small bird with a red breast sitting on a branch near me. It tilts its head and looks at me with one bright eye. Then it flies away, fast and graceful. I hear insects buzzing. Dragonflies fly over the water. They are blue and green and shiny. Their wings are transparent. They hover in one place, then suddenly dart in another direction. They are like tiny helicopters. I see butterflies too. A big yellow butterfly lands on a wildflower near the blanket. It opens and closes its wings slowly. The wings have black patterns on them. It is stunning. The air is warm and fragrant. I smell pine trees. I smell the warm earth. I smell the water. I smell wildflowers. Every breath fills my lungs with clean, natural air. In the city, the air smells like cars and buildings. Here, the air smells like life. The sun is warm on my arms and legs. Not burning hot, but pleasantly warm. The shade from the willow tree keeps my face cool. The gentle breeze comes from the lake and brings cool air with it. It is the perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Just right. This is wonderful, I say to Tom. Even if I do not catch any fish, this is a perfect day. Tom nods. That is the secret of fishing. It is not really about the fish. It is about being here. Being in nature. Being quiet. Being present. The fish is just a bonus. Chapter 6, The First Fish. We sit by the lake for about an hour. Tom catches a small fish early on a perch with silver and green stripes. He shows it to me, and then he puts it back in the water. "It is too small," he says. We let the small ones grow. I still wait for my first fish. My bobber floats peacefully on the water. I am patient. I enjoy the scenery. Then, suddenly, something happens. My bobber moves. It dips down and then comes back up. Then it dips down again. And again. "Tom!" I whisper excitedly. My bobber is moving. Tom looks at my line. He smiles. "That is a fish." Wait for the bobber to go completely under. Then pull the rod up quickly. I watch the bobber with wide eyes. My heart beats faster. The bobber dips down. And then it goes under. Completely under. "Now! Pull!" Tom shouts. I pull the rod up with force. I feel a tug on the line. Something heavy is on the other end. Something alive. Something is pulling back. I feel it. There is something there. I say. Good. Now turn the crank. Reel it in. Slowly but steadily. I turn the crank on the reel. The line comes in slowly. The fish pulls against me. It is strong. The rod bends under the weight. I keep turning the crank. My arm muscles work hard. The line gets shorter and shorter. The fish gets closer and closer. And then I see it. A fish breaks the surface of the water. It is silver and shiny. It splashes and fights, trying to escape. But I hold the rod firmly. Keep going. You almost have it, Tom says. I reel in the last few meters. The fish comes out of the water. It hangs on the line, wiggling and splashing. It is a beautiful silver fish about 25 centimeters long. Its scales shine in the sunlight like little mirrors. You catch your first fish, Tom says. He claps. Congratulations. I hold the fish carefully. It is slippery and cool. Its body moves in my hands. Its mouth opens and closes. Its eyes are round and dark. I feel a mix of excitement and wonder. I catch a fish. I actually catch a fish. Tom takes a photo of me holding the fish. I have a huge smile on my face. I look ridiculous and happy. What do we do with it? I ask. We can keep it for dinner, or we can put it back. I look at the fish. It is beautiful. It looks at me with its round eye. I feel a sudden affection for this little creature. Let us put it back, I say. Tom nods. Good choice. I bend down near the water and gently release the fish. It hangs in the water for a second, confused. Then it swishes its tail and swims away, fast and free. I watch it disappear into the blue. Thank you, little fish, I say. Thank you for my first fishing experience. Chapter 7, The Picnic. It is noon. The sun is high in the sky. We are hungry. It is time for our picnic. We put down the fishing rods. I open my backpack and take out the food. Tom opens his cooler box. Inside, he has cold sodas, cheese, crackers, and a container of fruit salad. We spread everything on the blanket. It is a feast. Ham and cheese sandwiches, tomato and lettuce sandwiches, chips, crackers, cheese, fruit salad, apples, cookies, coffee from the thermos, and cold sodas. We sit on the blanket under the willow tree. The tree provides perfect shade. The view in front of us is the lake, sparkling in the midday sun. Behind us is the forest, green and cool. I take a sandwich and bite into it. The bread is soft. The ham is salty. The cheese is creamy. The lettuce is crunchy. It is a simple sandwich, but it tastes amazing here. Everything tastes better when you eat outdoors. The fresh air, the exercise, and the nature make food taste more delicious. Tom pours coffee from the thermos into 2 cups. The coffee is still warm. I drink it and feel the warmth in my stomach. This is the life, Tom says, leaning back on the blanket. He looks at the sky through the willow branches. The green leaves filter the sunlight. Small patches of blue sky are visible between the leaves. I agree, I say. This is perfect. No phones, no emails, no meetings. Just nature, food, and a good friend. We eat slowly and talk. Tom tells me stories about fishing with his uncle when he is a child. His uncle teaches him to fish when he is 6 years old. His uncle is a patient, quiet man who loves nature. They spend every summer weekend at this lake. My uncle always says, "The lake teaches you patience," Tom says. You cannot rush a fish. You cannot force it to come to you. You have to wait. You have to be calm. You have to trust that the fish will come when it is ready. That is a good life lesson, I say. It is. I use it at work too. Some projects need time. Some ideas need patience. You cannot rush everything. I think about this. It is true. In our busy lives, we always rush. We want everything now. Fast food. Fast internet. Fast results. But some things cannot be rushed. Good things take time. Like fishing. Like friendship. Like building a new life in a new city. We eat the fruit salad. It has watermelon, grapes, strawberries, and blueberries. The fruits are cold and refreshing. The watermelon is sweet and juicy. The grapes pop in my mouth. It is perfect summer food. After the picnic, we lie on the blanket and rest. I close my eyes. I feel the warm sun on my body. I hear the water lapping gently against the shore. I hear birds singing their afternoon songs. I hear the wind whispering through the willow tree. I feel completely at peace. I almost fall asleep. The combination of warm sun, full stomach, fresh air, and gentle sounds is like nature's sleeping medicine. Chapter 8, The Afternoon. After our rest, we fish some more. The afternoon is warmer. The sun moves across the sky. The shadows change direction. The light on the water changes from bright white to warm gold. I catch 2 more fish in the afternoon. Both are small, and I put both back. Tom catches 3 fish, including 1 big one. He is proud of the big one. He measures it with his hands. About 35 centimeters, he says. He takes a photo and then puts it back in the water. Between fishing, we explore the area around the lake. We walk along the shore. The shore has different sections. Some parts have sand, like a small beach. Some parts have rocks. Some parts have tall grass and reeds. I see small frogs near the reeds. They are green and tiny. One frog jumps into the water when I get close. Plop! We find a spot where the shore is rocky. The rocks are smooth and flat, worn down by water over many years. Tom picks up a flat rock and throws it sideways across the water. The rock bounces on the surface. 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces before it sinks. How do you do that? I ask. It is called skipping stones. You need a flat, smooth rock. You throw it with a sideways spin. Want to try? I find a flat rock and try. My rock bounces once and then sinks. I try again. 1 bounce. I try a third time. 2 bounces. Getting better, Tom says. I spend 10 minutes trying to skip stones. My best attempt is 3 bounces. Tom's best is 6. He has more practice. We walk back to our fishing spot. We sit and fish some more. I do not catch anything this time, but I do not care. I am happy just sitting by the water, watching the light change, listening to the birds, and feeling the breeze. Chapter 9, The Golden Hour. Late in the afternoon, something magical happens. The sun begins to go down. The light changes completely. The sky turns from blue to orange to pink. The clouds, which appear in the afternoon, are now painted with gold and purple. The lake reflects all these colors. The water looks like liquid gold. This time of day is called the golden hour by photographers. Everything looks warm and glowing. The trees look golden. The rocks look golden. Even Tom looks golden. The birds change their songs. The afternoon birds are quiet now. The evening birds start singing. Their songs are slower and deeper. An owl hoots somewhere in the forest. Hoo, hoo. The temperature drops a little. The warm afternoon air becomes cool evening air. I put on a long-sleeve shirt that I bring in my backpack. The cool air feels refreshing after the warm day. I look at the lake one more time. The surface is perfectly calm. The reflection of the colorful sky is perfect. Orange, pink, purple, and gold. Two worlds, one above and one below. I take out my phone and take many photos. I take photos of the lake, the sunset, the trees, the willow tree, and Tom sitting in his chair with his fishing rod. I send a photo to Emma. She replies, "OMG, that is gorgeous." "Where is this?" I reply, "Silver Lake, 40 minutes from Greenfield." Tom takes me fishing. Fishing? You? Ha! Did you catch anything? 3 fish. I put them all back. That is the most unexpected thing I hear all week. I love it. I smile. Life is full of surprises. Chapter 10, Going Home. The sun sets behind the hills. The sky turns from orange to deep purple to dark blue. The first stars appear. They are small and bright. One by one, they come out, like tiny lights turning on. It is time to go home. We pack everything. We fold the blanket, empty the tackle box, and put the fishing rods in their cases. We put everything back in Tom's car. Before we leave, I stand at the edge of the lake one last time. The water is dark now. I can see the stars reflected in the surface. The air is cool and smells like pine trees in evening. I hear crickets. They make a rhythmic sound, chirp, chirp, chirp. It is the sound of summer evenings. "Thank you, Silver Lake," I say quietly. "I will come back." We get in the car. Tom drives us back to Greenfield. The drive is quiet. We are both tired but happy. I rest my head against the window. I watch the stars through the glass. The country road is dark. The only lights are our headlights and the stars above. "Today is a good day," Tom says. "It is one of the best days I have in a long time," I say. "Thank you for inviting me. And thank you for teaching me to fish." "You are welcome. You are a natural fisherman." I catch 3 fish. 3 more than 0. That is a great start. We arrive in Greenfield at 9 p.m. Tom drops me off at my apartment. I thank him again. I carry my backpack upstairs. I open the door and step inside. The apartment is quiet and dark. I turn on the lights. I go to the kitchen and drink a big glass of water. I am thirsty after the long day in the sun. I take a shower. The warm water washes away the sunscreen, the dirt, and the tiredness. I put on my pajamas and go to the living room. I sit on the sofa. I look at the photos on my phone. The lake. The willow tree. The sunset. Tom with his fishing rod. Me holding my first fish with a ridiculous smile. The food on the blanket. The dragonfly on the water. I open my laptop and write a few notes in my journal. Today I learned 3 things. 1. Fish are beautiful and strong. Even a small fish can pull hard on a fishing line. 2. Patience is a skill. Good things come to those who wait. Whether it is fishing, work, or life. 3. Nature is the best medicine. When I feel stressed or tired, I need to go outside. I need water, trees, birds, and fresh air. They heal everything. I close the laptop. I turn off the lights. I go to bed. I close my eyes. I do not dream about the city. I do not dream about work or meetings or emails. I dream about Silver Lake. About the sparkling water and the singing birds. About the willow tree and the warm sun. About the little silver fish that looks at me with its round eye before swimming back into the deep blue. I smile in my sleep. Today is a perfect day. And I know there will be more perfect days like this. Because now I know the way to Silver Lake. And the lake will always be there, waiting for me. Patient and beautiful. Just like the fish. Chapter 11, Fishing Vocabulary. Let me share some fishing vocabulary that I learned today. If you ever go fishing, these words will be useful. A fishing rod is the long stick that you use to fish. It is usually made of flexible material like carbon fiber or fiberglass. At the end of the rod, there is a reel. The reel is a small wheel that holds the fishing line. You turn the reel to make the line shorter or longer. The fishing line is a thin, strong string that goes from the reel into the water. At the end of the line, there is a hook. The hook is a small curved piece of metal with a sharp point. The fish bites the hook, and the sharp point holds the fish. Bait is what you put on the hook to attract the fish. Common bait includes worms, small insects, bread, and corn. Some fishermen use artificial bait, which is a small piece of plastic or metal that looks like a real insect or small fish. This is also called a lure. A tackle box is a box where you keep all your fishing equipment, hooks, lures, weights, and extra fishing line. Tom has a big green tackle box with many compartments inside. When you throw the hook and bait into the water, this is called casting. You swing the rod back and then forward quickly, releasing the line. The bait flies through the air and lands in the water. Casting takes practice. My first few casts are terrible. The bait lands too close or too far. But after practicing, I can cast the bait to the right spot. When a fish bites the hook, you feel a pull on the line. This is called a bite or a nibble. When you feel the bite, you need to pull the rod up quickly to set the hook in the fish's mouth. This is called striking or setting the hook. After you set the hook, the fish tries to swim away. You need to pull the fish toward you by turning the reel. This is called reeling in. If the fish is big and strong, reeling in can be very difficult. The fish fights hard, pulling the line in different directions. You need to be patient and steady. This fight between the fisherman and the fish is called playing the fish. When the fish is close enough, you lift it out of the water. Some people use a net to help. This is called landing the fish. If you decide to keep the fish, you put it in a bucket or a cooler. If you decide to release the fish back into the water, this is called catch and release. Many fishermen practice catch and release because it is better for the environment. The fish can continue to live and grow. These are the basic words of fishing. There are many more, but these are enough for a beginner like me. I write all of them in my vocabulary notebook when I get home. Chapter 12, The Second Trip. 2 weeks later, Tom and I go back to Silver Lake. This time, we invite Emma. She has never been fishing either, but she is curious after seeing my photos. I do not want to touch the worms, Emma says firmly on the car ride to the lake. I will watch. Maybe I will hold a fishing rod. But I am not touching worms. No worms this time, Tom says. We will use artificial lures. They look like little fish and you do not need to touch anything slimy. Perfect, Emma says, relaxing. When we arrive at Silver Lake, Emma gasps. Alex, your photos do not do this place justice. It is even more beautiful in person. She is right. The lake is perfect today. The water is calm and clear. The sky is blue with a few white clouds. The mountains in the distance are green and majestic. Dragonflies dance over the surface of the water. Birds sing in the trees. Tom sets up 3 fishing rods. He teaches Emma the same way he teaches me. He shows her how to hold the rod, how to cast, and how to reel in. Emma is a fast learner. Her first cast is much better than my first cast was. The bait lands in the water with a gentle splash, right where she aims it. Beginner's luck, Tom says, impressed. We fish for 2 hours. I catch 2 small fish. Tom catches 4. And Emma catches the biggest fish of the day, a beautiful trout that is at least 30 centimeters long. I caught a fish. Emma screams, jumping up and down. I caught a fish. Look at it. It is huge. Tom and I laugh. Emma's excitement is contagious. She holds the fish proudly while Tom takes a photo. This is the most exciting thing that has ever happened to me, Emma says dramatically. More exciting than graduating from university? I ask. Yes. Much more exciting. I caught a fish. She releases the fish back into the lake. The trout swishes its tail and disappears under the surface. We have our picnic by the lake. Emma brings homemade brownies and a thermos of hot tea. We eat sandwiches, brownies, and fruit. We drink tea and watch the clouds drift across the sky. I understand now, Emma says, lying on the blanket. I understand why people go fishing. It is not about the fish. It is about this. She waves her hand at the lake, the trees, the sky. It is about being here. In nature. Away from everything. Just being quiet and present. That is exactly it, Tom says. Can we come here every month? Emma asks. Tom and I look at each other and smile. Every month, we say together. And that is how Silver Lake becomes our place. Every month, the three of us drive to the lake for a day of fishing, picnicking, and being in nature. Sometimes we catch fish. Sometimes we do not. It does not matter. What matters is the lake, the sky, the friendship, and the peace. Silver Lake teaches me something important. Happiness is not always found in busy cities, exciting events, or expensive things. Sometimes happiness is found in a quiet lake, a fishing rod, and the company of good friends. End.